Terror on the Tube.
Welcome to Terror on the Tube, where we watch and discuss horror and suspense made for TV movies from the 70s, 80s, and once again, the 1990s. Now, the question is, will this be the second 1990s movie that I don't whine and gripe about? We'll see. I am Gilman Joel, and my co-hosts are Pumpkinhead Peter.
Hello.
The horror
frozen.
No, you weren't. The horror unicorn, aka Allyson.
Hello.
Joel.
And Dr. Ooh, who we have decided is never we've never seen him and Catherine Mary Stewart in the same place at the same time, so we can neither confirm nor deny.
Are you the anti Catherine Mary Stewart, like Michael J. Fox is the anti Elvis?
Oh God, no!
I don't even know what that means.
It's a Mojo Nixon song.
Joel, are we going back to the original sound music?
Oh no, that's called. I forgot that would play automatically when I hit record. So
I kind of figured that was.
So anybody who's watched or listened to the show forever, we've had the same theme song. I got off YouTube. It's legit. You could in the description, they're like, yeah, you can use this song for free. Just give us credit, which I do. And yet every effing episode, every one of them, I have to go through the whole copyright rigmarole. So I am trying to find one that I don't have to do that with. That's what I'm actively trying to do. So we'll see.
So, if you compose fun retro music, maybe
there you go.
Send us something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Send it to
you're willing to license.
Let's see, I'm trying to think what email I got. My jguyrobertson@gmail.com. I'll put in the description. If you are so inclined and want to contribute a song that's similar to the one that played that I can have use of without having to every episode go through
something kind of a retro TV movie.
Yeah, that's one thing I miss about the Haunted Davenport not doing it is we had our friend Chris composed the most epic intro music.
Yeah.
He said, think about Dark Shadows, and he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's one of those things where maybe I'm being lazy, but it's annoying when every time you upload something
not
to
a
YouTube
lazy thing.
you get the copyright ding, and it's like, oh. And look, at this point, the show isn't even monetized yet, so it's not that big a deal. But if and when it ever becomes so, it's going to be that much more of a big pain in my butt. So
definitely.
I'm going to get it. I'm gonna fix it, which sucks. I actually like our original intro, but there we are. So we are here though to talk about a very originally titled motion picture. Fear 1990.
Yes, you must be specific. 1990.
It's not hard to look up on IMDb at all.
It's not the one with Mark Wahlberg.
No, there's not 18 other movies
you kind of have to scroll a bit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that easy it is easier now, but way back a couple of years, this was not an easy one to find.
Well, it's on Prime now.
It is now, also on YouTube.
And Tubi.
It's on Tubi?
Yeah.
Okay. This feels like
it's also on this one.
In Peter's hand.
Oh, yeah. I saw. I actually thought maybe it was one of those that never went past VHS, but that you can get that double feature with parents.
Yeah, two
for
good
a DVD,
movies.
and is the quality
so cool.
on that like what it is on? Because the one on Amazon Prime literally looks like a rip off a VHS tape. Like it's.
I think the one on YouTube is too, but this.
The Tubi one's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
That's weird.
Yeah,
so is the one on YouTube.
Not to spoil anything, but I kept noticing this is pretty well shot. I think if the quality had been bad, I think it would have gotten in the way.
It was because this was supposed to be a theatrical release,
that makes
then Restaurant Pictures
so sense.
And,
so much sense.
The quality, the quality of the camera work and the boobies gave that away.
Oh yeah.
There's a stripper scene. Remember?
Okay.
I was wondering, is this the first made-for-TV movie that you guys have done that had nudity in it?
Pretty much. I can think of.
But then again, it technically wasn't a made-for-TV movie. It was made for the theatrical release.
So whose fault was it to put it on the list then, Peter?
But it never went theatrical. It was dumped on Showtime, which brings me to.
So it is Terror on the Tube.
Yes, it is.
Which means technically we could cover Cherry Falls because it was supposed to be theatrical and it got released by USA, and that movie is ridiculous, Peter, and I love it.
And I have the Scream Factory, so let's do that, Peter.
I don't even know if it's on the list. I have to check again.
Maybe for a special...
A bonus.
A bonus episode.
I've seen it a long time, but I have seen it a couple times, so that one's not going to be as big a surprise. All right, so do you have a synopsis for Fear? And please, I hope it'll be hilarious if it's the wrong Fear. If one of us watched the wrong Fear, I'm going to laugh.
That would be fun, actually. This Fear, this Fear was originally aired on Sunday, July 15th in 1990 on Showtime, which is where it was dumped. Yeah. And psychic Cayce Bridges helps police solve murders by mentally linking with the murderer. Then she discovers this is kind of weirdly worded. Then she discovers a murderer with the same talent who wants to share the fear of his victims with her. Mm. It's kind of accurate. It's just like the punctuation there. It's grammar.
Yeah, not wrong.
Kind of makes it sound like she murders people too for a second there.
Yeah. So
I'd watch that.
This is directed by the awesomely named Rockne S. O'Bannon.
Yes.
He
actually only directed 2 movies.
Is he related to Dan O'Bannon, or is that just a
I have no idea.
Okay. But he also he wrote Alien Nation.
Yeah, right. Both the movie and he was kind of the creator of Alien Nation, both movie and the show.
Yeah. Did he direct? He did direct the movie version, though, did he?
No, because he only directed one, Fear, and one called Deadly Invasion: The Killer Bee Nightmare
from 1995. I'm surprised that's not on our list. It probably is.
I don't think it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, my dad and I watched Alien Nation with my dad, the show, and I love the movie. I love that.
He actually did, because he did the Sequest DSV. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. They shot that in Orlando. That was a big deal in Orlando.
He was the creator of that one. And Farscape. He was the creator of that one. And he also wrote teleplays for Creature. Which is Peter Benchley.
I remember that one.
Good. Yeah. The movie... but the book is really good. And then let's see, TV mini The Triangle, 3 episodes. Which
I vaguely remember
I think I watched that.
I think Lou Diamond Phillips is in it. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it was pretty good. I have it on DVD, of course, which would not surprise anyone.
Drew and Allyson, did you guys ever see either Alien Nation, the movie, or the TV show?
I saw some of it.
I remember it being on TV, but I was the baby of this group, so I
got it. Yeah, this is the mid-90s, 96, 97.
It was,
I had kids, so
actually, I take it back. When did the original Alien Nation TV show start?
I feel like that was like
the movie was.
It was 90s. It was early 90s.
89 to 90 was the TV show, and then they did a couple
movie,
of TV movies. They did TV movies though after that. That's what the ones that were in the mid.
The original movie was earlier.
88. That was 88.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I love with James Caan and Mandy Patinkin, and it's one of those movies that it does the cool science fiction thing where it's an analogy. It's doing an analogy of it's ultimately dealing with like race relations, but it did it through the prism of sci-fi, and I love that movie. Fantastic. If you've never seen Alien Nation, watch it. So all that to be said, I think he's a very good writer. By and large, because again, for another reason, he also worked on the Twilight Zone TV series that aired in the 80s, and he wrote at least one episode of Amazing Stories. I'm trying to see which one it is. Life on Death Row. I do not recall.
I think I know which one it is.
I don't know which one that is.
It's in season 2.
Oh, Mick Garris directed it. That's cool. Yeah. Patrick Swayze was in it.
It's in season 2, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Season 2, episode 7.
Okay.
That sound right?
See? That's how nerdy I am.
You are a nerd. But so that's Rockne S. O'Bannon. He's the guy who wrote and directed this, which is kind of unusual. Most of the TV, although to be fair, again, this was going to be theatrical, so that tracks. Because like I say, most of the TV movies we cover don't have them doing both. No. So we got Ali Sheedy as our lead. Cayce, who speaking of being a nerd, I'm a big enough nerd for, especially when I was a kid. I was like, I got between everything from like UFOs to psychics, all this stuff. I went down all these rabbit holes. And Edgar Cayce, I remember reading about Edgar Cayce.
Okay.
So, and because of the way her name was spelled, I was like, they had to be making a reference to Edgar Cayce.
No, I did not catch that, but that makes all the sense.
Yeah. So, and then we got Lauren Hutton, the wonderful Lauren Hutton, as sort of her manager friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Once
and
bitten.
Then, yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I love one. Although, you know what? Okay, weird side note. Always had more of a thing for his girlfriend in that. I'm not gonna lie. Lauren Hutton's a beautiful woman, but I'm just, not to make this weird, Allyson, but I'm more of a brunette guy, I think. So anyway, that being said, thankfully, because my wife is. So Michael O'Keefe, he was the
Caddyshack. Oh,
well, yeah,
he's Noonan.
He's the guy who was also on Roseanne, the original run of Roseanne.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's Jackie's baby daddy.
Yes,
I don't know. I can't remember if they got married or not, but yeah, he was.
Yeah,
I just think of him as Noonan because I love Caddyshack.
Yeah. And he's in this. He's like the fireman next door neighbor love interest character.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, kudos to this movie because I had normally with these movies I don't look at anything before we start them. And then I think, Drew, I do like you do, where I start to do the IMDb thing about halfway, maybe even early, sometimes way earlier than halfway through when I'm getting bored. So. This one, though, I hadn't checked. I did check it at one point. So the other actor, and
by the way, speaking of checking, had anyone seen this movie before?
No.
Heard of it?
Nope. I mean, I heard Fear.
I'm the only one then.
So I had, because I watch a lot of things on Tubi, and I watch a lot of like horror and suspense and mysteries and stuff. This was suggested to me, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. So I watched the trailer for it. Because I was like, oh, Ally Sheedy. And then I was like, I don't know. Like, I was not into the trailer. Like, I don't think I want to watch this. And then I just passed. And then it came up and I was like, oh, I guess I'm watching it anyway. Okay, here we go.
And I feel like I may have watched the trailer for this at some point because this seems like, because it feels very a Lifetime movie. Right.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those and so my wife and I went down this whole thing where we were like putting a bunch into our watch list. So I feel like I probably did watch the trailer because there were things in this that felt familiar, but I know I didn't see it. I know I had not seen it before. You had seen it?
Yeah, I have seen it.
You on the DVD? Yeah.
I'm not sure because I couldn't find a release date here in Sweden for it. So I don't know exactly, but probably like in 91, it popped up on VHS. So I think we rented it or I watched it on the channel. I'm not.
I assumed you had seen it because of your DVD. That's why I thought you had seen it.
No, I got it on DVD to watch Parents when we did the show way back. And I thought, oh, Fear, I need to watch that again. But watching it, didn't really remember much about it, but specific shots, like when she's standing in the street where he's kind of been at the cop's house. We'll get into this later. And he's standing kind of like in the way, just watching her and warning her. I remember that scene. Yeah. And then there's the scene where she's on the balcony where he's kind of almost assaulting her when he's in the strip club with her with his mind, and she almost falls off. That I remembered, and a little bit about the neighbor, but that's basically it. So, so I think somewhere 91, 92, perhaps.
Oh, wow.
So it's
right
been a
after
while.
it came out. Yeah. So I happened at some point glance at who was in this. I saw that Pruitt, and by the way, anyone who's listening to this or watching the video for the first time, we will be spoiling, and this is a mystery. So, and I will say this without giving anything away about how I actually felt about the movie. I would say, and anyone could correct me if you disagree, I feel like it's at least worth, if you're into this kind of like early 90s, almost straight to video, mystery, thriller, Lifetime movie vibes. I think it would be worth seeing on that front. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then, just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And this one's pretty easy to find too. So
it is now. When I first put it on the list, it was not easy to find.
Yeah. Well, in the last movie we covered, I want to apologize to people because there were a couple of people that commented on Facebook that like they couldn't find the Stranger Within. They couldn't find the Stranger Within, our last episode. Yeah. And it was on YouTube briefly, and then it got taken back down. So.
Yes. And by the way, kids, this is why I am a big proponent of this thing called physical media.
Yes.
Because barring someone breaking in, ain't nobody taking it. So
see,
That's right. So the point is that Peter could watch it whenever
from
he
his
wants.
cold dead hands.
That's right. So Pruitt Taylor Vince is in this as well.
Yes.
Who is a guy I love him.
Yes.
Identity and what was the Devil's Candy? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
With Ethan Embry?
Oh, that movie was so
I
good.
came to that movie late. I only first saw it for the first time like a couple years ago. Holy crap, is that a great movie?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, it was so good.
And I'm again going to show my nerdiness. He was on X-Files season 4, episode 4 on Blu-ray.
What I mainly know him for. That episode's so good and also really creepy. It makes me want to look under my car every time I'm about to get in it.
No, but he's been in a ton of stuff. I remember him from Nobody's Fool with Paul Newman. And what's her name? Never mind. I can't remember.
Sure,
I'm old.
I will say
she
that
was
also
with that guy.
For the kids out there, most recently he was Pa Kent in the new Superman.
Yes,
movie,
he was
the James Gunn Superman movie. So anyway, I like him. I've always liked him.
Yes, he's a good guy.
He's good at playing like a super creepy bad guy. Who's weirdly almost kind of borderline sympathetic in a way. There's something about him that's not. It's scary, but it's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like he doesn't.
He made a career out of looking sad and creepy.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yes.
That's a good way of putting it.
Weirdly, slightly vulnerable. Like you almost just feel like
you feel you know what it is.
Need some help.
I know what it is. Tell me if I'm on to something. I feel like he comes. I mean, not the actual actor, but the characters, the way he portrays them, the way it seems to be, the way he's always come across to me. These characters that he plays. There are people with severe mental illness, not sociopaths or sadists who get off on hurting people.
Some of the movies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was in Constantine, the one with
Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Oh, okay. I kind
of like that.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's somebody who just he seems like the kind of guy like like a character in Identity for certain, and like some of the other ones.
He was in The Cell. Remember that one?
Oh, with J-Lo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember him in it, but I actually have that on DVD somewhere. But I think with him, he gives this impression to me like he's like a lot of the characters he plays that are scary and everything. They're just people who probably if they got help and meds would be okay. Like that's how I feel.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
When you watch him in Nobody's Fool, where he's kind of like a everyday Joel.
Everyday
Joel. Listen to me.
He's played other types of characters several times because I don't know if anybody ever saw that movie Mumford about the guy who's pretending to be a psychiatrist. He's one of the characters in that because it's got a big ensemble cast and he plays a nice guy in that.
Yeah, I actually like him playing a nice guy, and I liked him as Pa Kent. Actually, I know a lot of people had a problem with him, but I actually liked him. But yes. So anyway, the point is, I thought when I saw his name in the credits, because they obviously try to hide who the bad guy is in this. When I initially saw that he was in the credits before I saw the movie a couple weeks before, I remember thinking, "Oh, it's probably him."
I was surprised.
I have to watch it again. I don't think they showed it at the front of the movie.
Well, so here's the thing. This is like I happened to like check. I think what it was, Peter. Remember, I contacted you said, "Am I on the right fear? Like, did I have the right fear?" Because I was afraid I was going to watch the wrong movie.
Okay.
So I think when I checked it on IMDb, I saw his name, and I remember thinking, "Oh, he's probably the bad guy."
Yeah,
but
I didn't see the credits.
So when I started the movie, it's funny. Enough time had gone by when I started the movie. I'd forgotten he was in it. So actually, at one point, and I got to give the movie credit for this. I thought Michael O'Keefe might be. The guy.
Yeah, they kind of play it up like that.
Yeah. So I thought maybe he was the guy, and then and I can't remember. I think it was about
something stupid. I kind of went on the same line, and I'm the guy who's watched the movie before.
Right? You forgot?
I was like, "Hang on,
that happens to me."
Yeah. So. Yeah, but I think they showed him at the end credits as Shadow Man.
Yes.
They didn't show him at the credits.
Which is
the worst part is. If
Yeah.
you look at IMDb, though, it actually says under his name, Shadow Man. Now, I didn't know that part. Like, I hadn't read that. But I'm like, really, guys? Like, come on. Like, that's like literally just giving it away. I mean, if it just, because I'm sure the character had a real name. I don't remember if they.
I think they say it at the very end. Maybe they don't say his name, but they tell you that he is a clerk in a VHS store. Right. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I
so that'd be funnier if in the credits.
The video store clerk.
Yeah, it's
Could've
always
been me.
Sorry, VHS store. What am I saying? Video store.
Yeah,
I've not had coffee today.
Well, I mean, at that time it was VHS, so
I mean,
Yeah,
there
probably
were,
would've-
there
yes,
was
it would've been,
beta.
I guess.
So Stan Shaw is what the Detective Weber.
Yeah, from Harlem Nights, Monster Squad,
Monster
Runaway,
Squad, heck yes.
Buck Turner,
See, I
Timothy
know
Jackson, and
Cutthroat
War.
Island.
And Cutthroat Island, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I'm one
Did
of
he
those
pass
people that
away?
actually loves
Or just-
Cutthroat Island.
He's still alive, right? I'm pretty sure it doesn't show on IMDb that he
No, I think he's still alive.
Yeah, good.
Don't
Okay,
say
good. No, I mean,
that.
It's
that's
a
good.
fun
I'm
game
happy.
to play.
Yeah, I know. Daylight. I love that. That's speaking of cheeseball movies, Drew. I don't know if you've seen Daylight with Stallone, the one where they're in the underground.
It's a pretty
Well,
good
it's like
one. I don't think
90s
so.
disaster
I
flick.
like that one.
And, dude,
Okay.
I love that movie so much. It's
Every
so
time
cool.
I've stumbled on it, Dale, I think, oh yeah, that's Joel's movie.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know
It's
why
a
I
good
love it
one.
so much, but I just do.
Viggo's
He's
it,
in
too.
that. Yeah, and I think he's a great actor. I like him a lot. So, like I said, this now again, I always feel like I have to add the caveat. This was supposed to go theatrical, so a lot of these things. If this was a TV movie, this cast should be like, "Holy crap!" This is like
we have had TV movies with cast like we were thinking, "Holy!"
But usually
crap.
it's like before they're
Well,
famous.
But also,
You know what I mean?
Ali Sheedy. This is our second Ali Sheedy TV
yeah,
movie.
the haunting.
Yes.
So, and that one I'm
Seacliff Inn.
fairly certain
let's
was
forget
made,
that one.
was made for TV. Yeah, I didn't care for
Yes.
that one either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But but the theatrical thing makes so much sense because I didn't actually do that much background or digging. I just sort of watched it and made notes about my impressions. But there's this really cool shot when we're first introduced to Pruitt Taylor Vince's character, where Ali Sheedy's on a talk show. And like you see her on the talk show, and then it shows this kitchen, and it has a small TV set off to the side, and she's on TV on the TV
Yeah.
Oh
set.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
you
look
see
out
him
the
and,
window,
yeah.
and he's
Yes.
standing across the street on the sidewalk, stalking his next victim.
Yep.
And then a diaper truck rolls up and then leaves, and he's got, in the time the diaper truck has come and
Yeah,
gone, it's
he's gone.
implied that he's gone in and committed the murder, and then he's back out
Yep.
standing on the sidewalk. And I was like, okay, movie, like I'm paying attention. What, this is
Yeah.
way better than I was expecting.
Yes,
Mhm.
100%. That's the thing is, there's a lot of creativity like that in
Yeah.
this, and I really appreciate. Yeah, I caught that too. I love that. I love that they took the time to, because it allows it to just sort of like percolate, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel rushed. It honestly, I'm actually kind of surprised this didn't get it. I don't know if we know why it didn't get its theatrical release. I mean, things-
Restaurant pictures. Restaurant.
Oh,
They
there it is. Okay.
bankruptcy.
I think I read that.
It was
Yeah,
dumped
yeah.
Okay.
on TV.
John Agar is also in this. He plays Leonard Scott Levy, and I'm
Who is
trying to
that?
remember who that was. Now,
Oh,
John
you
Agar.
skipped Jonathan Prince,
Hold on, I'll go back. Relax.
because I know what show he was on, and you still don't think it exists.
Oh,
We'll
Which one
get
is
to it. We'll
okay.
get back to him.
Well, but the thing is, John Agar is is a very well known
Yeah.
in like B movie sci-fi.
Who did he play? Is it Leonard
Was
Scott
he
Levy? Who is that?
the
He would've
older
been older.
gentleman serial killer at the very beginning? That's like, because there's like an older man driving a car
Oh,
with
yeah.
a girl tied up in the
That is
back
him.
seat.
Holy
And he
crap,
has like
I bet
pretty
you're
like
right.
like
Yeah, with kind of like the
distinguished
face.
facial features, like
Yes.
cheekbones and stuff.
That
And I'm
was
looking at
him?
this picture of him
Yeah,
young, and
that's
I'm like,
why I
I think
remember
that
him.
could
I
be
think
Okay,
him.
I
that's him.
recognize him.
I think you are correct.
This
I think
guy?
that was him.
Yeah.
because
That makes sense. You wouldn't recognize him at first because, like, it was in the psychic vision.
Yeah, so it's sort
Yes.
of blurry and blue.
Yeah.
Which
Psychic
is
vision.
my
The
one of
bluish
my only
psychic
complaints
vision.
of this movie is the psychic vision.
yeah,
And it's
it's cheesy.
hard. So many movies have done like some kind of this is what they're seeing, you know,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's like, how do you do it without making it look like, you know, the Scooby-Doo ending, doodaloo, doodaloo, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't love the psychic view, but I think it was those elements were edited well and shot well. Like I felt like I could follow, because if you think about it, it's actually kind of complicated to get across visually
Right.
what she's doing, you know,
Mhm.
without over explaining it. That's the other thing I'll give this movie credit for. I don't feel like it was heavy. I mean, I obviously had exposition, but it didn't feel like heavy
not
on
a whole lot of it.
No, it wasn't like a ton, but I was able to follow. Like I never felt lost.
Right.
Like, why is this happening?
The scene I talked about before when she's out on the balcony where she's almost kind of psychically assaulted, where he just enters, where he's actually at the strip bar.
Mm-hmm.
That I kind of like that because that was almost she's standing on her balcony and all of a sudden it's almost like he's watching her from afar.
Right.
And then she kind of went in and everything is kind of like that. And then she's in the strip bar and then he's checking out his next victim. I kind of like that, even though it's kind of psychic vision, but I think that worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think about when she first has the psychic freak out with him and she's at dinner and she ends up stabbing the dinner table?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Where he's stalking the woman at the mall. Also, there were mannequins everywhere in that scene. And I was just like, bonus point for mannequins in a creepy
that was super
scene.
creepy.
It's one of my things
now,
I love.
The old couple that they're with, is that the Dinah Merrill? Is that the actress Dinah Merrill?
Yeah. She's
okay.
been in a ton of
You know
stuff.
what I thought who she was, but I'm looking through her IMDb and I don't think it was her. I thought she was the wife of Robert Mitchum's character in Scrooged. Remember when they were at home and he's talking about the cats and how the cats love they added in, the cat TV stuff. I thought that was his wife because she has a similar, that sort of rich aristocratic, older woman vibe. So, but
she's been in a ton of TV stuff. So,
but you know what's funny? You know what she was in? I just happened to come across it. It's actually funny because nobody ever knows this movie. Let me see if it's right here. Did you guys ever see Christian Slater, 1985? Yeah, 85. Twisted.
No.
Have you ever seen this?
Ooh, nice. What is this?
So it's one of those movies. I remember renting it as a kid when I was it was probably in the 90s when I rented it. And it's kind of like Apt Pupil. If memory serves, he's kind of like this little psycho who might be a little bit too into certain German history.
Yeah.
And he starts tormenting the babysitter kind of thing. You know what I mean? And he's like, and I remember he has like a fencing sword and he
rings the bell.
Yeah, it's a suspense kind of horror movie. It's very hard to find. I don't think it ever went past VHS. But anyway, apparently she was in this. I don't know who she was in relation to anything else in the movie. Twisted is one of those movies
she's been in I just wrote down Alfred Hitchcock Hour, Rawhide, Bonanza.
No, yeah, so way back.
Murder, She Wrote, Hawaii Five-0. Yeah, but she was in the big ones back then. So
yeah, Keon, I think that's how you pronounce it, Young, who plays Detective Wu. I was trying to remember what specific. He's been in a crap ton of stuff.
He's been more than 300 credits.
He did a lot of voice acting.
Yeah.
But still, like there's
Samurai
something
Jack.
I wanted. I feel like there was something where he played a cop in it as well, but I couldn't.
Probably.
But it's like I couldn't.
I saw one of the things on IMDb when I was looking through it. He was on Magnum PI. So
yeah, but I didn't watch Magnum.
Remington Steele.
And I remember watching that as a kid, but I
have to mention this because I haven't done that in a long. He was in an episode of Saint Elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
I haven't mentioned Saint Elsewhere in a long time. I have to bring it up.
Of course you do, Peter. Of course you do. Okay, speaking of shows that barely exist, Jonathan Pryce, what was he in, Peter?
He played. I was first. He just popped up as that's Leo from Mr. Merlin.
What's Mr. Merlin?
Mr. Merlin was a show that ran for one season only, and then you can find it on YouTube. Weirdly enough, with Swedish subtitles. So someone has recorded some Swedish TV.
Someone who may or may not be named Peter.
No, not me. I was happy I found it because you can't find that damn show. We watched it back in the day. It was a cool show. I liked it.
Well, yeah, everybody's heard of Mr. Merlin.
Oh, God. No, but that's where I was like, that's Leo. That's the friend of the guy who is the apprentice to Mr. Merlin in the garage where Mr. Merlin, that Mr. Merlin owns.
This is the part where all the young people on the podcast just stare at Peter and blink. Blink.
Well, it's just early in the morning for me. That's all.
Oh, okay. Sure. True.
Cool.
I was counting myself in the young
Drew
people.
Drew came home from work.
Oh, no, I was counting me too.
And then in the wee hours of the morning on the same day that we were recording, and also then watched this movie. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I got home.
You're a trooper.
I got off work at 2 a.m. Then came home, took a shower, got ready for bed, then watched this movie.
Wow.
Okay.
I think I'm actually.
Jonathan Prince was also in
now.
Halloween 2. Joel.
Can you imagine if it had been the other Ali Sheedy movie, how mad you'd be?
I think you probably would have fallen asleep.
There's no way you would have
I don't know.
away.
I love Ali Sheedy, so.
Yeah,
I do too.
So do I.
Did you watch Haunting of Seacliff and It's
Dude,
a
it was
snoozer?
so rough. It was
I
a
don't think
snooze
so.
fest.
No,
It's not quite haunted by her past level bad because it doesn't have the Lucci, but
by the way, that is constantly getting recommended to me on Tubi, but under its other title, Secret Passions. It has another title.
Of course it's called Secret Passions. Of course it is. By the way, there's I'll call it it's not really a cameo technically, but there's one of the newscaster, the blonde newscaster comes up. Did you guys recognize her? That's Jane Sibbett. She was on Friends. Herman's Head. Do you remember the show Herman's Head?
I remembered. I didn't really watch it though.
With William Rathbell. Oh, yeah, for some reason I remember watching that show.
Oh, hey, hang on. Yeah.
I mainly remember Herman's Head because what's her name? Lisa Simpson was on
Lisa
it.
Simpson's on it.
Yardley Smith.
Yardley Smith.
Yep.
What was her name?
Jane Sibbett or how you pronounce it. She
No,
was. I think she was Ross's.
Her,
wasn't she Ross's ex-wife on Friends? I'm pretty sure she was his ex-wife.
She might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, Carol. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
She was?
So,
okay.
But
because I recognized her. Didn't look it up though.
Yeah. So anyway,
did you see who did the music for this one?
Oh yeah, who did do the music? I remember
Henry Mancini.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I knew it was somebody.
I remember seeing that when I was watching the credits, and I was like,
Mancini.
I was like, wow,
nice.
That's crazy.
Pink Panther.
But then now the theatrical,
theatrical
release intentions, all of this is making sense to me now.
Yeah,
I was like,
see, that's what it is. I keep forgetting it was theatrically released, and then we say something like, "Oh yeah, there it is." That
intended for theatrical release, right?
Yeah. It's really not, because here's the thing, like not to, bury the lead here.
Oh, he did TV too, Henry Mancini. So
yeah, but I'm saying, like, I feel like everybody involved in this for the most part, especially back then, there was a pretty clear dividing line between TV and movies. I don't know. I think that of all, like, this is definitely not top tier for me of all the movies you covered. But that being said, I actually did enjoy it quite a bit, and I did think it was really well shot and made. I thought it was suspenseful enough. I feel like even though we've seen
third act kind of wasn't as good as the two first.
You didn't love the Ferris wheel jumping?
Well, so
I love a haunted house
carnival.
The minute they stopped at the carnival, I was like, all right, mannequins and a carnival, and then to go into I can't remember what they called it. It was like something of fear, like it was like the maze.
Yeah, it was like
a
haunted
house
kind
of fear,
space,
whatever.
Chamber of fear.
But it was like chamber was
Genre
like
it was
like
French
the R and the E was switched. But I was just like, okay, I am, because I got to be honest, that trailer is just basically like highlights of Ali Sheedy's character freaking out and having psychic flashes, and I was just like, I'm not into this. Like, this is not look. I was like, I'm sorry, I love you, Ali Sheedy, but I don't want to watch this movie.
No.
And then I watched it, and it was like everything in between. And actually, some of like when she stabs the table, I was like, all right, but like everything in between her kind of freaking out and touching herself and doing the over dramatized, I'm having a psychic vision shtick, which is just like, it's a thing that you see over and over. It's such a trope. There's all this really interesting stuff happening. And also, like we were all saying about the theatrical intentions, I kept thinking, wow, this movie has a budget, which for the 90s is kind of, for 70s, not rare, but like for the 90s, I was like, whoa, they put some money into this. But that I love that they went to the carnival. I was really excited. And I was going to just say, there's a Ferris wheel scene in this. There's a Ferris wheel scene in the other movie Fear that's from the 90s, the one with Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. That one is a very different Ferris wheel ride. But I thought it was funny that both movies have some kind of Ferris wheel.
It's a requirement. If you make a movie called Fear, you have to include it. It's contractual. Yeah,
I don't know.
So
but there's some kind of like some not hilarious, but some fun scenes in this too, involving like when she's in the house that Mrs. Reardon,
the old lady who we first see killed. And the two cops are staring at her when she's having this psychic.
And she's like,
she's
he's right
like,
there.
"Oh, there's someone
spin
there."
around.
And they turn around and watch, and because that's what she's seeing.
Yeah.
So, and also the look on these, the old people, or what they call the tars, when she's stabbing.
Oh yeah,
they're
they're
the
trying
look
to
on their
keep it
faces. is
yeah,
just
they're trying to keep
amazingly
it
funny.
cool at first. Like, it's okay, yeah. And then it just escalates. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so yeah, I definitely for me, I will say this was far more enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Ali Sheedy, and God bless her, because look, I love War Games, I love Short Circuit, I love all obviously Breakfast Club, all that.
Yes, thank you.
But I have made to order on VHS, for the love of God. But I will tell
Only
you,
the Lonely.
Oh, with Candy, that's actually a really good movie. I remember really liking that movie. Yeah. But because of the last one we did, and this is another 90s one, and so far we ain't batting 1,000 on the 90s
we
TV.
will do more 90s movies, I know.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a threat.
No, it's because Allyson told us about the USA Network, and
well, yes,
today.
but
the hack and slash channel.
This was a lot better. That's an understatement than the Sea Cliff or whatever the haunting of Sea Cliff.
Yeah, this was actually suspenseful.
Well, also,
yeah.
She, as adorable as Ali Sheedy is, in Haunting of Seacliff Inn, she's playing a really kind of obnoxious, she's just a very waspy character who's like, I want this house, and I'm going to wait for this woman to die so I can have her house.
Exactly.
And then, like, bad things bad things lightly happen, not really intensely, and you're just like, who cares?
Yeah.
You guys are yuppies. We don't like you, you know?
Yeah.
Her husband sucks. Like, they just... Who cares?
Yeah. So Dr. Ooh, being that you're the one who went through sleep deprivation for this motion picture, we haven't got. I've gotten. You've definitely given us some input and trivia bits, but I haven't been able to get a read on whether or not it was worth giving up 2 hours of your sleep.
I really enjoyed it. I love Ali Sheedy. As a kid watching like Breakfast Club, was always upset that like they changed her to be hotter or whatever. And I was like, she was the most interesting, attractive one in the group to me before. When she was
especially the dandruff.
When she was like in her frumpy clothes and everything, and super adorable.
Drew likes weirdo brunettes. That's what that's about.
But yeah, like I had a really good time with this. I thought she was amazing in it, and what's his name, Noonan, was I thought he was really good, and I thought like they were all really believable. I thought my only thing was the psychic vision, but that's so hard to do in any movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like a drug trip or a dream. You're like, how do we do this? That
to me, when we're talking like, oh, it's like big production, that doesn't seem like made for TV at all. Like that was the one thing that seemed a little bit made for TV for me.
Yeah.
But like, again, I've seen bigger budget movies that have done like the psychic vision stuff that it's like, you put a swirl on it and you make it in sepia tone. And, or it's like, it's a fisheye lens and it's above.
Blurry.
Fisheye.
Slightly blurry.
Right.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if, so Peter, you would probably be the person to answer this question.
Okay.
Was there am I wrong in I think maybe I'm misremembering this. Was there an X-Files episode with a similar idea of somebody who was getting psychic visions of a killer and they were like watching it happen? Or maybe it could have been Tales from the Crypt.
There's two actually that come to mind for me. There's one where a young girl has been kidnapped and a previous kidnapped victim who escaped is having a psychic connection with the girl.
Exactly. Yes.
And then there's another one later on where Lily Taylor plays a blind woman who can see.
That's it. That was what I remember. Yes, that's the one.
I think it's her father. Like her biological father is the killer, and that's why she has the link. But it's been ages since I've seen that episode, so I could be wrong about that.
I think so too. Yeah.
I was going to say I think there's somebody well known in it, but I couldn't for the life of me.
Yeah.
That's
exactly. There's also a psychic thing in the episode that has Jewel State?
That's what the first one.
Okay.
The one where she's a young girl that gets kidnapped by the school photographer for picture day. That's extra creepy. Yeah, that one's pretty disturbing.
It's a good episode.
Yeah, it's a really good
Both
episode.
of them are actually.
Yeah.
I haven't rewatched X-Files in so long. I love X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. So, and then we mentioned the tiny little nod of the video store clerk.
Oh, yeah.
But I also, the other little tiny thing I caught was in the very beginning when she's being interviewed on the TV show. And he says, "Can you tell what I'm thinking now?" Oh, and then she adjusts her skirt down a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed.
Doesn't say anything. Just
no.
The creeper.
I actually rewound it real quick, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, did she?"
You have to be psychic to pick up that.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. That's what I got to give. Like I as much as I gripe about bad writing and exposition, or where they're just like it's so heavy-handed, especially a lot of modern crap. I love that the Rockney was believed in his audience because that was a very subtle thing. Like to your point, like if you looked away for a second, you would miss that. And because I think she very quickly she goes, "Oh no, oh no, I can't." And then you see her adjust that skirt, so you know exactly. But it's never said. It's never they don't go further. It's just that little moment where it just gives you enough of her character and of him. I don't know. I just really apprecited.
Yeah.
I felt like this movie didn't treat me like I was an idiot, and that's nice.
No, but there's also the scene where the fireman, the neighbor wants to give her his phone number, and he pauses for a second. And you could have easily gone the route of saying, "Oh, I was just testing you," but she said, "I'm not kind of in the mood to read your mind." He said, "No, I just changed it. I forgot it for a second." And then he writes it down.
Yes.
You could have easily gone the route of him.
You did,
testing her.
you did. There's that's what it is. There's a level of artistry from O'Bannon, and again, Alienation's such a fantastic movie. This doesn't shock me, but it's. I think he really, with his characters, like I felt like this sense of like you said, like those little moments, you don't have to include them, right? You could just kind of, have them say something stupid or like a line or whatever. Yeah. But to do that little like Uno reverse card move where he pauses, so you assume he's messing with her. So does she. She says something about it. And then he reveals, "Oh wait, no, I'm legit just trying to remember."
Forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just like those little touches. I think they were really good.
Yeah, because it's easy to just write it off, like the where she adjusts her skirt. It's easy to make her say something, but it's never spoken. But you definitely know what he's thinking. The little perv.
Yes.
Right. So,
yeah. No, I love that kind of stuff. I will say this: why did they just title this movie "Fear Me"? Like, I understand it's still not that different from all the other Fear movies, but at least with the word "me" attached to it, and because that's what he writes on the blood.
Yeah.
I also like that touch too, that he uses the blood of his previous victim.
Yeah. There's some small details there, and even with Stan Shaw, who plays the cop, he's a really great actor. And I like where she at first where she introduces herself, and he's like, just sit down over there. And she's had, and I was like, it's that little touch. She has the book. He looks at it. Oh, it's you. Gives it back, and that's enough for her to read him off of the book.
Yeah,
and she gives everything, and then she turns to the partner, played by Keon Wang, and you owe him $20. You haven't paid him. He's kind of pissed about it. Those small touches, and when they're driving around, and she reveals that he's in a house, and he starts picking up. Oh wait, the third TV
he recognizes his own house.
A trophy on it. That's my house.
Yep.
And there's small touches like that. Like again, the writing in this is actually pretty good. So
Drew, were you going to say something?
Oh no, just that he recognized his house from just talking about it. Yeah.
Something that occurred to me while watching this was that like this came out in 1990, and we hadn't had an onslaught of serial killer and profiler like hunter movies. We hadn't had Silence of the Lambs yet. We hadn't had Seven. We hadn't had 9 seasons of the X-Files yet. It And then, there's just so many serial killer movies in the 90s. We became really obsessed with this, but this was ahead of the curve a little, I feel like.
Yeah, it really was.
So
it really was.
You could watch it now and think, oh, this has all been done 100 times. But if you think about when it came out,
yes,
it was.
That's a great point.
We hadn't had all that yet, so I
it's
think
like Black
very
Christmas. One of the things that, one thing that always drives me crazy. People always act like, "Oh, Black Christmas. Oh, the calls are coming from in that." It's like it's the first freaking movie.
It is the movie.
Yeah,
it
is
one
the
of them
movie.
has to be. And again, this has the twist of him seeing her.
Yeah,
and being better than she is,
and I like that. I like that. It turns out that they had that
she's
connection.
first, again with the old lady when she's kind of going in there, and then this increases her fear. How does he know that? And all of a sudden, she realizes, oh wow, he knew that was his the fear. Where he puts on the gloves and then puts on the stocking, and again with her friend Lauren Hutton, where he knows that the suffocation. So, by the way. She was messed up with that, with her friend, the manager, being killed. At the end, though, they were going for Chinese.
Yeah.
Kind of laughed it off. I was like, wait, your friend was killed not that long ago.
Well, that could be an editing thing, and who knows? Because they had to get it on TV. Well, I guess it was Showtime, so I don't know how.
Well, they also needed like
small touches.
A way of, because until that very moment, there's never a scene where she says she can read his mind. Because that's the one thing that kind of almost led to the making it feel like he may be the killer, was because she couldn't seem to, you never saw a scene where she was like, she knew what he was thinking or anything. So you kind of had maybe he can block things.
Yeah,
because he's so much of a better psychic than her.
Yeah,
and also in the beginning, it's all about how the killer, the Shadow Man, is more practiced and better with his psychic abilities than Cayce. So
they were smart enough to make it to where he was smart enough to make it to where it was like having a protagonist be, for lack of a better word, psychically weaker. Right, then the villain immediately ups the stakes, makes it way more suspenseful. Whereas if they were on even ground, or she was slightly, it just wouldn't have been as.
Yeah, and also when he's chasing after them in the car or following them.
Oh yeah,
and you think, okay, he broke through her mental block, but it turns out later on when they're in the mirror, the reflections, she was stronger than him, but he read the neighbor's mind. That's how he was able to follow them, which kind of, and that's when she turns badass and just beats the shit out of him.
With that flashlight. I love that.
Flashlight,
I was like,
that was great. I actually love that too, because I liked that he was, because it reminds me a little bit of Death Proof and Kurt Russell stuntman Mike. Like he comes across like he's too cool for school and he's such a badass.
Right, but the second you take his power away.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of killers and people like that. I mean, it's a lot about whether it's since we're going to be on YouTube, graping or anything like that. Any guy like that, it's about power, it's about control. So the second you take it away, and I just loved that he was such a puss. Like the second she freaking hits him with the flashlight,
like in the laundromat.
Leave me alone.
In the laundromat when he starts in the where he first senses, oh, she's onto me, and he starts immediately wiping everything off so the cops can't get his DNA, everything.
And he realized that she can see
I didn't miss
him
that.
Undetected sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I because the version I watched was probably not of high quality like you guys, or higher quality like you guys watched. I missed that. I didn't see that he wiped that stuff down. The other thing I was going to ask you about, when early on, when she is on the balcony and Michael O'Keefe's character is in his apartment, I think one of the first times they see each other.
Where he with the puzzle,
I didn't realize that was him at first. Like because what's that? Yeah, was he doing like a puzzle? What was he doing?
Yeah, jigsaw. Yeah.
And she motions for him to put it in a different.
Put it in this spot, and he's like, "No, it's over here."
No.
Yeah, see, and that was like a really clever first tell that maybe she can't read it, right?
His mind.
Yeah. God, that's so good. Like the more we talk about this movie, the more I like it.
No, it's like. Yeah, this is the back. The back of my paper is scribbled full of notes, right? Nothing. I was just
Yeah, you're actually in the movie.
this.
Yeah,
I wrote down
actually
things
into
I
it.
liked. I was like, this is awesome.
I
I made a
wrote
list.
creepy opening, and then I just forgot.
One thing
that
I
opening
did,
is when he's. Yeah, go ahead.
Since we're talking about them being neighbors and that scene with the jigsaw puzzle and everything, one thing that slightly bugged me was they're neighbors and they are neighbors that are close. And it doesn't seem like either one of them have any kind of window treatments, and their walls are just all window.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys already live together.
Yeah, basically.
It's like you live in the same house.
Yeah.
We're just having flashbacks to our old apartment when you could see right
but she
across
did cover
the
them up
alley
later.
to the other apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
After
that.
her friend was killed, and the Shadow Man warns her about if you ever tried to run from me again, I will not hurt you, but I will hurt the ones around you. Mm-hmm. Then you see when he comes into the apartment, she has covered up all of the windows, which kind of doesn't make sense because he was entering her mind, but she still kind of tried to shield herself off, probably. So
well, if he can see through her mind, then he can see landmarks when she looks through the window and find out where she lives.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah,
that's what she did to him.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's very subtle, and it's so good because it's like but seriously, because it's one of those things you forget how with good writing they'll pepper things like that in, and it's almost like it's up to us, the audience, to pick up on it, right? Mm-hmm. And if you do, you don't, that's fine. I don't know, man. The more we talk about this, it's not my favorite movie we've ever covered, okay? But it's on. If we're again our classic tearing the two bell curve, this thing is for me definitely on the side with some of the better ones we have done because
because this is generally creepy. Just think about the opening with that old. We established that he was played by John Agar when he's driving. And he has that girl chained up in the back seat, and he's kind of fondling her a little bit and humming. And this is just so uncomfortable. Yeah, and again, it's so close.
Before lots of other serial killer movies were doing these kinds of things.
Exactly.
And, I think I definitely, I would say this isn't like the top of what we've covered, but I went in with such low expectations and I was really surprised and I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I have a list of things I liked. They're mostly me just because I'm juvenile writing mannequins and carnival and just, but notes about certain shots I thought were really good. And I also have a note about how much I enjoyed her beating, the serial killer with the giant flashlight. I was like, and she doesn't just do it once. Like she keeps going after him, which you see like Final Girls and slashers and stuff, which I love slashers so much, but a lot of times you watch people making all the wrong choices. And here we are in 1990 and she's making good choices. She's like, no, I'm going to keep pursuing you. I'm going to keep whacking at you with this giant flashlight until you're down because I'm going to stop you.
Also, like he jumps out of a window onto the Ferris wheel
to get away from her.
And at that point she could just start like yelling like, hey, that guy, he's over here, blah blah blah. But it goes around and then she jumps out the window onto the Ferris wheel and it's like, damn girl.
I know, it's awesome.
And it's funny.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say real quick that I think that in a lot of things, especially nowadays, I would feel like that was like, I don't know, I wouldn't have felt believable, but it felt believable because she'd injured him well enough.
Yeah.
And she had now she realized not only did she potentially have the physical upper hand, because again, she injured him, but also just mentally, I think, and we don't, and I don't think they ever show, like, I guess you could make the argument that maybe due to the psychic connection, she's able to do things. Because I mean, obviously, realistically, I mean, I don't know how big he actually is in real life, but he seems like a fairly large dude. But she injured him pretty good. Like she definitely, and you could say like her jump, she's taking a real risk, right? By jumping on a Ferris wheel, but B, by because he could have easily grabbed her and
just pushed her when she's jumping, and she would have been gone. And the movie would have ended.
But I think she maybe because she had been in his head, so maybe she knew now what scared him, and she knew how.
Again, that's the scene that precedes it, where she finds out that wait a minute, you weren't in my head, you were in the neighbor's head, so that means I'm still blocking you, so he can't read anything she's.
So in actuality, she was stronger than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't know the flashlight or her jumping was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like he
Nope.
couldn't tell.
Catching him. That's why his ultimate. That's his ultimate fear, right? Losing control.
His fear is not being in control.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
So that's probably why it's like it's terrified. So he wouldn't fight back that much. I also love when he's hanging off the Ferris wheel. What does he say? How did he say it? He says like, I'm going to die now, or now's when I die, or
Yeah.
This is where I die, or something like that.
Where I die, and then he lets go. It's great.
Yeah. So no, it's it sucks you in. So
all right. So then I assume it's safe to assume that we all like this movie because I don't think anybody said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call it a watch.
Yeah, definitely watch.
Okay, Leonard.
It's a Tubi watch for sure. Apparently, the quality on that one's better than the
Tubi
Amazon
quality
Prime
was good.
You know, I'm just gonna say.
I mean, it's got commercials, but
Yeah, Tubi has its ads and all that, but I just really love that Tubi has the selection of oddities and lesser seen movies that, like, when Netflix first had streaming, you could find all these weird, fun gems in the mix, and then they just stopped doing that, raised their prices, started catering to all these other things, which is fine.
Same thing happened with Prime. But
Tubi is filling a void that the other big streaming services, they left this open hole. They were like, oh, we're not going to pay for licensing for all this little stuff. And I used to
spending the money on the big stuff.
I used to love finding
we don't care
weird
anymore.
things, especially as video stores started going away. It's like, well, I can't browse the aisles of my favorite neighborhood video store anymore, which I, had a great one when Netflix started to take over. But I really appreciate that Tubi has just like tons of weird, obscure stuff. Not that this is even that obscure, but it has this and it has lots of other stuff.
I mean, it was obscure just a few years ago.
The commercials aren't that terrible.
No. And honestly, as long as, not that it would stop them, but I feel like their model has always been around the commercials. So that's why they haven't gone to the whole subscription model. I think it's super annoying, the ones that had started off subscription, but realized they also, to keep going, need to do ads. Yeah, Prime or maybe like Peacock or there's all of them. They all do this. And I think Netflix is, I don't know if they've done it yet, but they've been talking about doing a cheaper version, but it's going to have ads. So I'm paying for the privilege of ads. Like, come on, man.
Except it's never a cheaper version. It's you can continue to pay what you're paying now, but now we're going to have ads, or you can pay more.
More, exactly.
Right, and the thing is, for me, it's like I don't love having to put up with ads, but if I'm going to put up with ads on a streaming service, especially even if it's what I'm paying for, and Tubi's still free, thankfully, I'm going to knock on some wood here.
Speaker box.
Anyway,
wood behind.
Yeah. So I feel like just the oddities, the selection, it's like I'm going through because, the algorithms learn what you like. And it's like, I see a whole roll of really early Brink Stevens movies. And I'm just like, yes, this is what I want. Like, please.
There's a straight up shot on video VHS movies.
And I need that. I need that from a streaming service.
We all need that. And I think the fact that we're all old enough. We grew up with freaking commercials. I don't get. Yeah, you got to kind of reacclimate it to a little bit because you're not used to it.
But I don't have a lot of it over here, though.
Well, we did.
We do now. So
yeah. I don't know. I love Tubi. So Tubi, if you want to sponsor this podcast, we're just,
oh wow, okay.
I'm just throwing it out there. Just saying. I would only take a sponsor for something I actually use. And so Tubi,
I was happy the other day when I just stumbled upon Terror on the Isles again. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's just a clip movie, basically. I was still happy to watch it again.
Oh yeah. Oh, they got tons of docs on like VHS.
So many good documentaries. I just rewatched the William Castle one the other day because I love it so much. The one called Spine Tingler that's about his career. And I just, it's a happy place in my heart.
Cool beans. All right. Well, then on that note, we probably should pick the next movie that we're going to cover.
She looked at Drew like, you're on.
So Drew's going to pick.
Do I have to pick a movie every time I come on?
I don't know. I mean,
why not? You don't have to.
All right.
No pressure.
Have we already watched 6, 7?
Oh, do we have that high a number here? I think we do.
I feel like you do, don't you?
We do. Oh,
okay.
Is there a 6-7?
Yeah.
That's
of course there is.
hilarious.
Sounds like
I'm going to tell my
Tell
kids
your
that they will laugh.
No, wait.
Yeah.
There was a 6-7.
What? I mean, there was.
Because
Did we already watch it?
Oh, no. He's saying because you just picked it.
I think we will be very happy. It's from 1975.
Okay.
This is an
Jaws.
anthology movie called Trilogy of Terror.
Oh.
Snap.
Well, okay,
says
right
that
off the
anymore, right?
bat, dude. This should have been a bonus episode, but I'll take it.
We don't do bonus episodes.
Did you say boner? It's not that kind of show, Peter.
I
No
know.
boner episode.
Let's see. We will put.
Catherine Mary Stewart will never come back now.
Yeah, she's like, never mind.
I'm not pretty sure she's not.
Oh, dude, trilogy. Actually, I would love it if she could come on for that one because I think she would dig that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
With
well,
the
she's pretty busy right now.
I know she is. I know she is. But
uh,
maybe by the time we're ready to do it, because
That's
because
a
I will
I
let
can
you
pick
know.
a
Karen
different
Black-
number if you want to use that as a bonus episode.
Well, I mean,
No, we don't have
no,
it.
no.
We have
Let's-
Have you
this
watched
list
that?
is like
Have you
2
watched
pages
Trilogy
long.
of
So
Terror?
I have.
have you seen
I
I
it?
don't know
Zuni
if I
fetish
watched
doll?
the whole
You-
thing.
You
I feel
had
like
to have
I've
seen the
just
Zuni fetish
seen.
doll.
They showed the Karen Black
The doll
uh,
one.
one all the time.
Well, she's in all three
Yes.
of the
Well,
segments.
she's not-
Or
yeah, she
they
is.
show
Different
the
characters.
little
the little fetish.
the little
thing.
tiki
Yeah,
god guy or
Yeah,
whatever
the
he is.
the Zuni fetish doll. Actually, yeah.
Mhm.
So
I
I
feel
will
like
say,
that one gets played in over
Yes.
and over again in places.
Yes.
have
it
you ever
does.
read? Anybody read? Not to get ahead of ourselves, we'll probably talk about it in the episode. Has anybody read the story by Matheson? Those are all
No.
Richard Matheson stories.
I
Yeah, it's
didn't.
called Prey.
I'm learning
Look
this
it up.
now. Okay.
Prey. Prey. That's all it's called. Prey.
No.
I might have it.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I have it around here. So
That's
it's a great
exciting.
story.
I'm
It's
sitting in
very
my
close to
daughter's
the.
room, so
By the way, the short and the short story are very close together.
Okay.
Probably. They're
Probably
very,
have it.
yeah, they're very cool.
I'm looking at my youngest daughter's bookshelf. It's not there, although some of my other books are.
Well,
apparently.
you need to get more Richard Matheson in her life.
Well, they're on my bookshelf.
Well, we're gonna have
Look,
to
there's
watch
3 of my books
Trilogy
here.
of Terror then.
Heck yeah,
Nice.
That
I'm
one
down
I
for
feel
this.
like is pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Streaming, I feel
It
like
is,
Probably.
yeah. And if memory serves, it's one of those things. And well, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, we will talk about this next time.
I'll wait.
Will this be
But
your
anyway.
guys' first made-for-TV movie where everybody's already seen it?
Oh.
That
Wow,
wasn't a
that is-
bonus because the bonuses usually can have been
Yeah.
that. Like,
I'm not sure about that actually. Yeah, it might have.
it might be.
Because there's always been like there's 2 watched it and 1 haven't sometimes.
Yeah,
never-
like with
so
people
maybe.
across the
Yeah.
lake. 2 of us had seen it.
we see it, but Peter had never seen. That was a
I
bonus.
hadn't seen
That was
it,
a bonus.
Yeah, Invitation to
Summer
Hell
of
was
Fear.
a bonus.
I knew Summer of Fear, but I had never seen it.
Mhm.
No. So this might have
It
been.
might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I also feel like
Good
that's
go-
a movie or a made-for-TV movie that so many people have seen that
Yeah.
it makes me think of the scenario with our old podcast where we have the Ghost Watch episode is
Yep.
our most viewed and downloaded episode
Yep.
because Ghost Watch is just
Oh,
people.
the one we did is
Yeah, the
also
one that we did.
but also
Yeah,
the,
oh,
terror,
gotcha.
the terror
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
tube one is
yeah.
also very
Yeah.
where
popular.
people are
Yep.
just like
Yep.
thriving for Ghost Watch material.
Yep.
I feel like
Yeah.
people thrive
Yeah.
for people watching this made for TV movie.
I think I kind of think if you are a fan of made for TV movies and you haven't seen Trilogy of Terror, I think someone comes and takes your card away from the club.
Is that
You
what
know,
it
you
is?
get
I
I think
kicked
so,
out.
yeah. They will knock on your door.
Your
Yeah,
TV
they'll be like,
horror
"What?
geek
What do
card.
you
You know
even? Who are you?"
Yeah. Go, give me
yeah,
your
I'm
wallet.
pretty
I'll
sure
take
I've
the
seen
nerd
them,
card out.
seen the whole thing, but it's like it's that thing
It's on
where
Tubi.
Yeah.
the fetish doll is so predominant that I
That's-
always
yeah,
think
that's
of
the
that.
one.
And I
It's
don't remember
iconic.
anything
It's
else.
That one's probably got a decent DVD release as well, I would guess, because it's so popular.
Yeah, it should. I don't know, but it's definitely on Tubi. It's on Sling TV. It's what it shows.
Hang on. I have made for TV horror thrillers currently on Blu-ray. Let's see if it's on this one.
Is it?
I don't know. There's a lot to look through, man. It's not like there's
It's a
one or
big-
two.
It's got a
Or
tome
I could
over
just
here.
I could just do a quick search, Peter. That's I know.
Devil Dog is out.
Oh, I actually
Devil
have that
Dog.
on.
Devil Dog.
Hound of Hell.
Killdozer.
Mhm.
Oh, actually,
Okay.
Moon of the Wolf is too.
Trilogy of Terror is on Blue. Well, actually, Trilogy of Terror 2 which if you've never seen that one's fun too.
I have not.
It's not to me the
Trilogy
original.
it's both of them are out on
Blu-ray and DVD. Yeah.
Is Karen Black in any of the sequel segments? Okay.
No. It's actually, but they did the same thing. If memory serves, it's Lisette Anthony, who you would totally recognize.
The name is familiar.
Yeah. She's she always looks like Patsy Kensit. Like she has a Patsy Kensit vibe. But she was in, I think she's in all three in the same way that Karen Black was in.
Okay. We're not watching. We're not watching Threads, Peter.
No, Peter will be doing a solo cast in that episode.
Yeah.
It's because Allyson and I will, out of protest, and
you and I, Drew.
I don't watch Threads with you. I don't know what we're talking about. I'll watch it. I'll watch anything.
No, have fun.
No, you don't want to watch it.
No, bro.
Right now. Yeah, look it up later and tell me if you think you want to watch that.
It'll make the world we live in now like
depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's one of those like nuclear war in Britain and the aftermath.
It'll make the world we live in now a better place.
No, dude,
I learned.
It's so depressing.
Yeah, I mean, because they made it back then, and it's totally helped things, right? You know, like everybody watched it. They got
rid of all nuclear weapons because of that movie.
There was like a countdown of like Britain's most terrifying films or something, or most traumatizing moments of television that I watched on YouTube because I watched stuff like that, and that was way up there. And there was all these people that were just talking about watching Threads and it wrecking them, and I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, we could ask Hugh to come on for that episode too.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
You and Hugh
can have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love
me,
and
Hugh,
Drew.
and
There you go.
Yeah. Peter, Hugh, and Drew.
It's a spin-off. It'll be a spin-off show.
Yeah. So we won't be doing that movie, but we will be doing Trilogy of Terror. It is on Tubi for those that are interested in watching for free or get it on Blu-ray, because physical media is always a way to go if you can't do Tubi. So then let's go around the horn real quick. Drew and Allyson, where can they find you? Oh, what?
Real quick, I feel like do yourselves a favor, do a quick search on YouTube, because I feel like Trilogy of Terror has probably been horror hosted, possibly by Creature Features. I have not looked, so I can't say for sure, but I feel like that's. And then also, if not them, also check Newcastle After Dark, which is a fun horror hosted show. They do a lot of stuff that we cover as well. So just check if you want a horror hosted version, if that's your thing. Do a quick YouTube search, because you might be able to find a fun hosted version, and if not, then you can watch it on Tubi. So
it does appear in October 30th. So it would have been a Halloween episode, 2024. It looks like Creature Features covered it.
See, I felt like that was true. I don't think I've watched their version, but I think that's
going to watch,
probably what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Me too.
We love Creature Features.
Damn right. All right, I'm adding it to my little.
All right, I'm excited.
The ever diminishing list? No.
I am up to 93 on my TV watch, my made for TV watch list now on Letterboxd.
I'm gonna show that one to my kids too, because they've never seen it.
Yeah, traumatizing with that.
And then make them hang out with your dolls alone after.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I knew somebody actually made like the Zuni fetish dolls. Like I've got so many like tiny terrors in here.
But Joel, do you really want? Well, then again, you have that stupid clown.
I just got this. This is not.
You are kidding me.
Ghoulies.
Yeah. They'll get you.
Oh man, that poster when I was a kid, I was like checking toilets like so carefully before using them as a small child, because I was like,
you know what's funny?
Coming out of there?
That box, the bait. I remember going to Armchair Theater, which is like our mom and pop store that we had that I'd go to with my dad. It was 85, right? So I was like 9, and it must have been right out 86-ish. So whenever it first came out on video, and I'm 99% sure it was on the new release aisle on beta. Like it was not even it was like beta. And I remember seeing that box and thinking that looked amazing and I wanted to see it. And then we rented it. My dad rented it for me. And I was so scared he had to turn it off.
Yeah.
I don't know what, when the girl's tongue came out and wrapped around the guy's throat, I like lost my crap. I don't know why it freaked me out so bad, but it did. So there we are.
And then in later life, no, never mind.
I still can't watch Ghoulies to this day. Just kidding.
Okay.
And I really like the sequel where they're at the carnival and they're
Ghoulies 2. That's my favorite. I love Ghoulies 2.
So good.
I love Ghoulies 2. Yes, it's great. All right. So on that note, Dr. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to dox you. Dr. Ooh and Allyson. Where can they find you? Speaking of doxing. Don't be too specific.
In an underground bunker. No. You can check out episodes of our old podcast, The Haunted Davenport, at thehaunteddavenport.com. Also through Apple Podcasts. And other than that, you can see our Halloween and Home Hunter shenanigans on Instagram at Clark Memorial Gardens.
That's us.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
No, I don't want to tell people I bartend or anything.
No.
So. Go listen to some.
That's
of the old
if you
episodes.
bartend.
Yeah.
Listen, these guys did a whole episode of Courage, the Hairy Dog. Okay, go listen to them.
Oh yeah, that's a good episode.
Bob Rogers episode.
I love that Peter froze with a stern look, a stern,
nice.
fatherly look, like
Stern freezer.
Peter.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Here, you're not doxing me.
Right there in that dark room you sit in.
Yeah, here, like see on the Mom and Pop Video Shop
Yes,
channel,
yes,
YouTube channel,
yes,
on
yes.
Tearing the Tube, the podcast, or we could go back to Retro Movie Geek. It's been a while.
I know. We need to do that.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. So
you guys have to come back because years ago we said we were going to cover the movie Loverboy, the one where he delivers the pizza. To
I
all
love
the
that
ladies.
movie. I like
it's
that.
on
Better than that
Tubi
other
right
Tom
now,
Patrick.
and I remember Daryl was on board because Daryl was mad at you for not liking Can't Buy Me Love, and he was.
I
like,
know because
"Well,
I
you need to-"
like Loverboy way more than Can't Buy Me Love.
Well, so when you guys
weird man.
when you guys get back to some kind of recording schedule, I'm putting in a request.
Yeah.
I was going through speaking of hilariously blast from the past, I was looking through old notes and I still have it. I was scrolling through. I had from Allyson, I don't remember the context in which you must have like messaged me or something. It was when I was hosting HMP.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you told me that we should do an episode on, I think it was the Shaw Brothers. I think it was like a
Shaw Brothers horror movies.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Shaw
that was
Brothers
me.
horror movie.
Yes.
And it's like I was going through and I was like, I was like, I still have this.
Samurai
It's so funny.
horror.
Yeah, I always like I always have like the.
I think I have notes about that too. To be.
What's so funny because like so I go people would give me information. It's like just so everyone out there knows, I will straight up put it on a list. The only problem is decades will go by.
Yeah, and then you find your list. Yeah.
Like, oh,
Welcome to my world.
We never did that. I'm not on that show anymore. And sorry about that.
Actually, I remember that because it was just after we watched one at the Hollywood Theater, and we went down like a rabbit hole.
Oh, so good.
These Shaw Brothers horror movies, and it's like these are amazing, and they're kind of bonkers, man. They're like
kinda.
Yeah,
they're so visually like fun to look at and entertaining, and I love stuff like that.
Well, for a while, Shudder had a bunch of like 60s Japanese horror on.
Oh,
too.
they had the I do not know how to pronounce
the
this.
Monster
It was
series.
like the
Yokai?
Yokai. Yeah. So it was like this different.
Those
are so
not
good.
kind of weird. Those are just way out there.
I
and
love
they're so bizarre.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking it is. I think Macula gave me a
actually
box set.
There's a good box set on a Yokai Monsters. It's expensive.
We actually we have some sake cups in our cupboard that have some of the monsters on them because they're just featured different places, and I was excited because I knew what they were. I was like, oh, I know that guy.
It's old folklore. So
I love. See, that's why I love it. I love folklore. I love animism. I love the idea of like spirits everywhere and in everything all the time. If you want to get paranoid about that, you can. It's fun and creepy, but I love that kind of thing.
But the Yokai Monsters are pretty creepy. Some of them. So,
those movies are fun.
Yeah.
Well, if you want more of that fun, come right here to the Mom and Pop Video Shop on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, although I do need to find out, apparently you can do video on Spotify now. I just have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, you can.
So I need to I might upload it to both. We'll see how that goes.
Shout out to the Haunted Objects podcast, which I watch while I'm on the elliptical because it makes it more entertaining.
Oh, there you go. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So then until next time, remember, when it's late at night and you can't sleep, you might find yourself flipping through the channels. And if you do, beware, because you never know when you just might stumble across terror on the tube.